Alright. I think everything's working here. Let me just turn down the music. Turn on the beach sounds behind us. And okay. Hello everybody. Rise Lucas, the Mage of Light. And today we are going to be reacting to the latest chapter of One Piece. One Piece chapter 1108. Now, just a little heads up, I've not been spoiled. I do not know what's going on, because it seems like everything that all the content creators, their streams and videos have been leaving this chapter very vague in the titles, and I appreciate them for that. So everything's vague this week, so I do not know what exactly is happening. From what it seems like, it seems to have something to do with Luffy. I don't know. I don't know exactly what to expect. I really don't know what to expect at all. But let's hope everything let's see what's going on here. All right, so let's see. So it looks like we've got looks like Luffy's once again on the cover of Weekly Shonen Jump. We've got Luffy in Gear 5th again. Okay, what's this Dear Anemone? I have no idea what that is. Was this some kind of like popularity poll for manga or something? I have no idea. Oh, by the way, I did hear the other day, I think it was today or yesterday, I heard that that Ruri Dragon is actually coming back. I think it's going to be releasing 5 chapters, and then it's going to move to Shonen Jump Plus, I think? Jump Plus? But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that series, and I am glad it's coming back. I heard the mangaka is getting better, and I hope I'll be able to continue reading the story, even if it's moved away from Weekly Shonen Jump. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so we got here Oda's notes here. Went to Fake Type's live show. It was simply astonishing to hear someone rap that fast in person. Talk about breathtaking. Oh, Fake Type. Wait a second. Were they, weren't those the ones who did that, they did that one song from Film Red, didn't they? It was, something... Was it something lullaby? It was that one lullaby one that Uta sang. That one lullaby song. I don't remember the name. But yeah, Otto sang it. Yeah. I could believe it. If that's who I think it is, yeah, that's probably cool. Oh, hello. Looks like we got a One Piece color cover with all the female characters. Well, that's cool. I like how Nami and Uta are basically laughing together. What is Sanji's sister is cuddling with Tashigi? Okay. And then, of course, Bo is just sitting by herself regally. Yeah, she better keep her distance, because they start talking about Luffy, she's gonna get really upset. Yeah, we're not gonna get too much into that. So, what was the chapter title? Did they show the chapter title yet? Oh, chapter 1108. Attention World. Yeah! During the barrage. Ah! Please wait! Wait, please! What's his story? He's wet-haired caribou. That's right! Please hold on! You may be a pirate, but this is a government island. And there are people after the Commodore's life. You got it all wrong. Please trust me. If you guys kill me here, Commodore Teach will have your heads. Oh, and why is that? Because I have extremely valuable information. That's kind of hard to come by. Information on the ancient weapons which bear the names of the gods. First is the curious power of Fishman Island's Princess Shirahoshi, known as Poseidon. Then there's Pluton sleeping underground in Wano. The only people in the world who know about the whereabouts of both are the Straw Hat crew and myself. If you bring me to Commodore, I'll surrender that information free of charge. I'm sure he'll be pleased. Just take me with you. I know I can be of use. Yep. Yep, take him away, guys. Take him away, guys. Pull back from shore! We have to stop firing on the Pacifista! Those damn bubble shields! I never thought we'd learn about the power of the Special Science Group like this.
This is so frustrating. I can't cut loose. We'd just be hurting ourselves by taking out those units.
Vice Admiral Bluegrass. It'd be unprecedented, but is there any chance of calling off the Buster Call for now? Vice Admiral Hound. Vegapunk himself gave that pirate the authority to command the Pacifista, right? There's no way we can stop. Vice Admiral Guillotine. Oh, what a name, Guillotine. What a name for an admiral is Admiral Guillotine. But then there's Hound and Bluegrass. After this, there's no doubt he's rebel scum. We should focus on getting the Pacifista back on our side. That means taking Jewelry Bonnie's head. All available Vice Admirals should leave their stations and hunt her down immediately. Vice Admiral Doberman. Her current escape route from the center of the Fabrio stratum will lead her to the northeast coast. We must eliminate her. Roger that. Tosa here. I'm already hot on their heels. I'll get them. These fingers will drag her to hell. My 10-barrel finger gun can even rip open armor. Oh, he knows one of the 6-power... Oh, 10... A 10-barrel finger gun? Tosa Crunch! Vice Admiral Tosa. Crap! It's a Marine! Huh? Ugh!
Yeah!
Huh? There are giants on this island? Are they enemies too? We're in a rush, you know. Kabba-ba-ba-ba-ba! Who are you guys? We checked the bounty posters to make sure we recognize the new members. But none of you look familiar. Are you researchers? We've come to get the Straw Hats. What for? Luffy's my captain. Do you have a grudge against him? No, nothing like that. We've only got gratitude for him. We're warriors from Elbaf. If you're friends of his, we'll do our best to keep you safe.
Luffy, Sanji, and Vegapunk are still back there. You can help them too?
Those names sure take me back. You betcha, little missy. Vegapunk, he's the one that scholar mentioned, right? Carry them to the ship. We'll go on ahead. The fire's starting to get out of control. Giant allies, huh? Giant allies, huh? Are they the masters Usopp's always... Are they the masters Usopp's always going on about? Aye, aye, captains! The line's gone dead. Oh, wait. The line's gone dead. Vice Admiral Urban. Did they counter his attack, or was it the giants? I'm heading to the island. Vice Admiral Pomsky.
Hop on, doll. We'll attack from the sea. The ship's on the northeast coast is definitely from Elbaf. Our fortune keeps flip-flopping. Giants are no joke. Have you ever fought one? My commanding officer a little over 20 years ago was a giant. Oh my gosh, doll. Your captain was Saul. Oh my gosh. Saul was Vice Admiral Doll's captain was Saul. Oh my gosh, Doll's gonna be important for Elbaf. I'm counting on it. Doll's gonna be important. Oh, that just made Doll even more important. Past tense? You must be talking about Saul. He was a tough cookie.
Where are the others? In the lab above the clouds. On the Sky Island? Not exactly. They're just above us.
You can't move? How are we meant to save you then?
Ouch! If you try to move, I'll die from internal hemorrhaging.
How are we meant to save you then?
Ouch! If you try to move me, I'll die from internal hemorrhaging. Oh, hello. What the?
But we promised to get you off this island, didn't we?
I did ask you for that, but I've made my bed, and there are things I must protect.
Oh wait, that was Luffy that said that. Oh,
I was hoping Bonnie's command override would have remained a secret till she was a little bit older. She'll be a target for the rest of her life. Please look after her.
Looks like he's given up any pretense of looking human.
Oh, what the heck?
There's a strange look in his eye. What the?
Luffy, dodge!
No problem! Oof! Ha ha! Sanji, you get Gramps out of here!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is what Saturn really looks like.
Don't stop, even if he's moaning about the pain. No! Vegapunk! Apple Gramps! Sanji, get going! You've got to get back to the get to the back entrance!
Crap, I'm sorry, Vegapunk. Oh wait, we missed something. We missed it. Oh. Ouch, stop it! I said it's fine! Leave me, Sanji! Simmer down, we'll figure it out. Ah!
Huh? Hold on. Oh, he got stabbed again. Sanji, get going. You gotta get back to the back entrance. Sorry, Vegapunk. Oh, and you two! You know there's no way I'm letting you escape, right?
Ho 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 ho!
Vegapunk! Damn it, don't die on me! Hey, what are you smiling about? Stay with me! Beep, gaps. Mic, check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Attention world. Hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. I'm sure this message will come as a shock to you. But please bear with me. What I'm about to tell you is the truth about our world. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's actually going to tell... He's going to spread it all. Holy cow. He's going to do it. He's done it. He's going to do it. Oh my gosh. And Luffy went giant. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh, whoa. This is nuts. Okay, so first I think I'm gonna say, this heightened form of Saturn, I think this is what we saw at the throne room. This is what we saw in the throne room with Emu. I think this is closer to what we actually saw in the throne room. This is nuts. Wait a second. That is weird. So, there's the black flame there. There's the black flame on Saturn. But then there's flame on top of the black flame. What the heck is that?
There's flame on top of the flame. That is weird. Whoa. This is crazy. Next chapter is going to be nuts. Vegapunk's about to drop the ball. He's got to drop the bomb on the entire world. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the biggest. This is the biggest middle finger to the world government. Them killing Vegapunk is only going to spread the truth to the world. This is nuts. Did Vegapunk set up something that if he was actually killed, that it would instantly send send a message to the world? Oh my gosh. And he's smiling because Vegapunk is smiling because he knows. He knows that if he dies, the world will know the truth. The truth will not be silenced with his death. In fact, it does the opposite. Oh my gosh. And Luffy's gonna deal with Kizaru and Saturn at the same time? Oh, this is... Oh, Kizaru looks almost done. I feel like he's gonna call quits quickly. But Saturn is another story. Saturn is absolutely livid. Oh my gosh. He's not even talking either. And this is this weird power. Oh, seems he's completely... Oh, I missed this part. Seems he's completely coated in venom. Oh my gosh, venom? Well, Luffy doesn't have to worry about that. I mean, he's built up such a resistance to poison. Dang. It's venom. That is nuts. Okay, guys. This... You know what? This is ridiculous. This... I don't think we need to worry. I do not think we need to worry about a drop in stakes, a drop in the tension, even with Gear 5th. This form of Saturn, this heightened form of what he was already had, this is nuts. This looks like a cartoon villain, too. Like an evil cartoon villain. Wow. Because you can even see a sort of flexibility from him as well. Oda is going heavy. Oda's going heavy on this. Oh, this is nuts. Oh, boy. Alright. So, I think we're going to go back from the beginning here. So, we're going to analyze this from the beginning again. So, of course, we knew about what Caribou knew about the ancient weapons, and that he has this information. And honestly, I do believe that Caribou is going. I do believe they're going to take him with. I think they would be idiots not to take him with. So that's to be expected. But it looks like we got the names of all the vice admirals. Not that really matters. Like, are they even going to do anything in this arc? I mean, one of them did something. Vice Admiral Toza, but he ended up getting beaten down by a giant. So, yeah, we can at least assume that Dory and Bragi are way beyond Vice Admiral level. So yeah, I mean, not that I want a power scale or anything, but But yeah, they just took down a Vice Admiral pretty easy. It's nice. It's nice that they even if when they didn't recognize them, it's nice that Dory and Bragi basically realize that they're friends and they're gonna help them on their journey. So it looks like Frankie and Bonnie and Atlas are going to be Atlas and Kuma. They're gonna stay with the Giants. So they're already pretty much taken care of. But it does look like Doll and who was the Granny lady again? Granny Vice Admiral was Bluegrass, right? Bluegrass. So it looks like Bluegrass and Doll are going to the northeast coast. They're going to try to put a stop to the Straw Hats' escape, which is really interesting, especially with Doll, especially with her, that she has a connection to Saul. Now, Vice Admiral Doll having a connection to Jaguar D. Saul, that automatically makes me think that Doll is going to Elbaf. How exactly, I do not know. Is she going to follow the Straw Hats and the giant pirates to Elbaf? Or is she going to get captured by the giants? I don't know, but this makes me think that Doll's going to be important for Elbaf. Because if she finds out that her former commanding officer is still alive, and he's on Elbaf, I think she's going to want to investigate that. This is a very important plot thread for Doll. I think that's the only thing in this that's the only thing among these vice admirals that seems to be leading somewhere. Although Bluegrass may join her, I don't know. But it seems like these two girls are definitely on their own mission. They're on their own mission. Kind of interesting how these, yeah. I like how Bluegrass is riding a sea beast. That's kind of funny. Oh, but Saturn's new form. I mean, it's not new form, but it's rather a heightened version of his form. Like this, Saturn just looks livid. He's absolutely livid in this part of the chapter. You know, his eyes almost remind me of Emu. I mean, they're not the total red-ringed eyes like we see Emu have, but that gives that sinister feel like Emu. Like in the anime episode where Lelucia was destroyed, Emu had these really terrifying eyes that were just flashing on the screen. And that's what Saturn's eyes are reminding me of right now. That is really crazy. And then he's coating his entire body with venom. So does this have anything to do with so his body has venom. His body can secrete venom and basically cover his body. So that kind of makes him like Magellan, except he's not like a Logia like Magellan. But honestly, Luffy has a hot, tough immunity to poisons, so I think he doesn't have to worry too much about this. I think Luffy will be able to handle this fight. But man, poor Sanji, like, he got surprise kicked by Kizaru, and then Vegapunk got stabbed again. Ah, poor Vegapunk. Got stabbed twice. By Saturn's leg and by a light sword. Vegapunk is not it'd be a miracle if Vegapunk Stella actually survives. I honestly think he's probably gonna die. If he doesn't die on the island, he's gonna die on the ship on the way to Elbaf. I don't see him surviving long after the island, after they leave. If he survives to the ship, if he survives getting to the ship, he's probably gonna die soon after. That's what I'm thinking. But Luffy grabbing Kizaru and holding Saturn by the face. Wow, Luffy's actually gonna try to take on both of them. I mean, Kizaru already looks done. He looks done. Well, at least to a point. I mean, Kizaru looks like he's ready to give up. Especially since, like, well, he kind of fulfilled his task here by killing Vegapunk. He kind of fulfilled his task right here. The order he was given. Wait a second. Because he was ordered to kill Vegapunk, and I mean, and he basically made a lethal blow here. So basically, this is the culmination of his orders. So does this mean that that Kizaru may defy Saturn now that he's done what he was ordered to? That he's technically done what he's ordered to, and he's not going to go any further than that? That would be crazy. That would be interesting if that's what the twist is. Saturn, Kizaru, he kills Vegapunk, but he doesn't help anymore. He doesn't help the world government anymore. Like, this is what you ordered me to do. I'm not doing anything else. That's what I'm thinking he's gonna do. That's what I'm thinking. Because this was his primary mission the entire time, was to kill Vegapunk. And, well, Vegapunk's probably gonna die from that. If he didn't die from the spider foot, he's probably gonna die from this. It'll be a miracle if he doesn't. But this last thing. So Vegapunk knew that Vegapunk had a plan that if he died, something would be set off in which all of his knowledge, the truth of the world, would spread across the world. This is the ultimate middle finger to the world government. It's like, yeah, you may have been able to stop Ohara. You may have been able to destroy the library of Ohara. You may have been able to burn down the Tree of Knowledge. You may have been able to do that, and you may have been able to force the books of Ohara to go into hiding on another island. But with my advanced technology, I can even if you kill me, I can send the world a message. Send a world a message telling them the truth of the world. Next chapter is going to be absolutely insane. This is probably my favorite setup chapter so far. This is setting up the final confrontation between Luffy and Saturn. I don't think Kizaru is going to do much after this. He might do something, but Luffy's got to grab him. I mean, it would be stupid of Luffy to throw him again, like he did last time. And Luffy's got, like, this frown here, but then he smiles again. It almost makes me... like, is this smile... like, is Luffy just generally happy here? Like, or is this, like, a mischievous... this is probably a mischievous smile here. Because it makes me think, like, there's no way I'm letting you escape, right? Oh, wait, and you two, you know there's no way I'm letting you escape, right? Yeah, Luffy is going to take them down. Taking both of them down right there. It's crazy. Like, both Saturn and Luffy's eyes are crazy, but in completely different ways. It's just like the stronger the characters are becoming in One Piece, the more cartoony they appear. Like, Saturn here looks evil, very evil, but also cartoony. This is very cartoony looking of Saturn. Oh, Panda Man, welcome to the stream. Just stopping by to say hi since there's no one in chat. No one in... oh, wait, hang on. No one in chat today? Yeah. Well, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I was pretty much finishing up because I was just wanted to... was just looking over the chapter. But, man, the next chapter is going to be really big. Like, how much are we going to be told? How much are we going to be told about the truth of the world next chapter? How much is Vegapunk going to tell people? Is he gonna tell you the? Is he gonna tell us the entire thing? Like, are we gonna learn about the Void Sentry now? Are we gonna learn about all that? Or just what he discovered? I'm pretty sure it's like whatever he discovered, he's going to share with the world. But how much of that is that? Oh, 3-Day, welcome to the stream. Hey, I was listening in a while. I was busy. Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is... I am looking forward to this announcement from Vegapunk. There's going to be some earth-shattering revelations. It was a really good setup chapter. I wonder how much we'll learn from Vegapunk. Me too. Me too. I mean, just think about it. Vegapunk, not only does he have his own research, I mean, what Vegapunk knows is everything that the scholars at Ohara knew, plus his own research. So basically, he probably already knows more than Professor Clover knew. He probably knows way more than what Professor Clover knew. But how much, like, does he know it all? I don't think so. But I do think he knows a lot more than what Clover knew back then. I wanted to tell you, some people think Kizaru stabbed Vegapunk in the same spot and cauterized his wound. Let me check that. It is the right side. That was pretty much the exact. That's pretty much the same spot. That would be interesting if that was the case. But yeah, but regardless of whether he cauterized the wound or not, I do think that basically his job is basically done by doing this. By doing the act of killing Vegapunk. What he was ordered to do from the beginning of this whole incident. But yeah, this I love how giant Luffy looks in the back of this panel, almost like he's some kind of giant kaiju here. Yeah, he's probably dead. Yeah. I do think he's probably gonna die. If he's not gonna die on the island, he's gonna die on the Elbaf ship or the Straw Hat ship or whenever they're leaving, whatever they're escaping with. Like, this is so crazy already. It's possible the scholar the Giants are talking about could be Nico Olivia. Robin's mom, could she still be alive? Well, wait a second. They talked about a scholar. Let me go back. Vegapunk's the one that scholar mentioned, right? Oh. Are you sure they're... I mean, they could be talking about Olivia, but I assumed they were talking about Saul. I mean, I know Saul wasn't a scholar, but he was the one who... when Vegapunk mentioned that he went to Elbaf and he went to see the books of Ohara, I assumed, I think Saul was in that panel, so I assumed he was talking about. I assumed they're talking about Saul. Yeah, it could be Saul. Yeah. I don't want Vegapunk to die, but he should die at this point. Yeah. I mean, I think this last act that Vegapunk makes here, sending a message to the world about the truth, him dying, him having to die to get that truth out to the world, I think that would be beautiful. I think that's beautiful. That in the act of the world government killing him, they triggered the truth to be sent out to the world. So basically, the world government themselves caused the truth to come out. It was their own doing. Vegapunk didn't send it out on his own volition. He still kept it secure. He still kept the information, but he probably put something on him to trigger that in the event of his death, that the world would know the truth. I can't wait for next chapter now. Yeah, I can't wait either. This is big. I think we're in for one of the biggest chapters in One Piece in a long time. I mean, I say that after the whole Kuma flashback. I mean, the Kuma's flashback was really hard, was really rough. I mean, especially 1102. Like that was a really bad time for me personally, and that chapter just brought all the emotions out. But I think in terms of the plot and like how much is going to go down, the consequences, the weight of what's about to happen, something huge is about to happen, and it's going to change the world. I mean, that's what this egghead incident said. They said that the egghead incident was going to shake the world or something, was shock the world, and I think that's what this is. Vegapunk's death triggers a message. Triggers a message that is heard across the world. And the world will begin to learn the truth. I agree at Pandaman. Vegapunk's death will make it all mean so much more. Yeah. I agree too. I concur as well. Plus, he's not going to be technically dead. I mean, even if Stella, the original body, dies, we still have at least Atlas, who seems like she's going to survive. I mean, unless one of the Vice Admirals who's going to the Northeast Coast kills her. I mean, that's a possibility, I guess, but from what we can see, Atlas might survive, Lilith might survive, and probably Edison too. So far we're looking at three Vegapunks that will probably survive, unless something happens on the Northeast Coast. On the Northwest Coast? Northeast Coast? Which one was it? Northeast Shore. So that's weird how only Doll and Bluegrass are the only ones that seem to be heading towards the Northeast Shore. I doubt two Vice Admirals are going to be enough against the entire Giant Pirates, the Straw Hat Pirates who are leaving, and anyone else that comes that way. I mean, I don't think these two Vice Admirals are enough. Even if Doll and Bluegrass have some pretty cool abilities, we don't even know if Doll has a Devil Fruit. They did reveal that Bluegrass has the Ride Fruit or something, that she can control anything she rides, like this sea beast. But I don't think these two Vice Admirals are enough. Of course, next chapter we could probably see some of these other Vice Admirals actually move there. Pomsky is moving to the island. Urban's probably not going to do anything. We have Tulsa was taken down pretty easily by the Giants. Oh yeah, okay. Doberman did say that that they were going to hunt Jewelry Bonnie. We should focus on getting the Pacifista back on our side. That means dealing with Bonnie. Okay. Leader to the Northeast Coast. Okay. So it looks like all the Vice Admirals are going to head to the Northeast Coast. I missed that part. Yeah. So it looks like the fleet is going to probably congregate up to the Northeast Coast. Oh, well, this is actually cool. Because if the Navy concentrates their focus on the Northeast Coast, that actually gives opportunity for the Blackbeard Pirates to leave. I mean, we don't really know exactly how they got on the island, and how, like, is Van Augur just going to teleport to the next island, but it doesn't seem like he has that range yet. I don't think he hasn't mastered his fruit yet, so they have to have a ship in hiding somewhere. So with this blockade around the island, it's going to be difficult for them to leave, which means I think that they have to wait for the fleet to all congregate to the Northeast Coast. And once they're congregated to the Northeast Coast, the Blackbeard Pirates can leave from the opposite side of the island. I think that's how they're going to get out. That's going to be how the Blackbeard Pirates get out. they're gonna leave when everyone's concentrated on the Straw Hats and the giant pirates, and they're gonna go out. They're gonna sneakily leave. That sounds like what they're gonna do. Yeah. It's kind of a shame we didn't get to see. Well, I wanted to see his 10-finger pistol. His 10. What is it? My 10-barrel finger gun can. Oh, can. Finger gun can rip open even armor. Yeah. Well, sadly, you didn't get to. We didn't get to see that. You got one-shotted by a giant. Now I'm kind of sad when I think about it. All those big questions we have are being mentioned, not necessarily answered, and it's making the end seem really near. It does, doesn't it? I mean, we don't know exactly how long One Piece is going to end, how long before the end One Piece really is, but this does seem like Oda is actually moving forward. He's really moving forward. He's not taking any more detours, like any unnecessary detours. He's pushing the story along full throttle, and this really is sounding like the end is coming near. I mean, the name of the ancient kingdom and what the will of DR are my two biggest questions. Yeah, I mean, the ancient kingdom is one thing, but the will of D, like, that has been a mystery from chapter 1. That has been a mystery from chapter 1, and I think I mean, we never knew what the D was from the very beginning, and his name was Monkey D. Luffy. We knew that. We knew he had the D from the very first chapter, but at the same time, we didn't think the D was anything significant until at least Drum Island, I think. Oh, Modius, welcome to the stream. Still waiting for Egghead to be Frankie's arc. Okay, that's the thing about this that I think. That's the thing that I've been thinking about recently. I think Whole Cake Island has given us a false impression, a false expectation of future arcs. We are always expecting ever since Sanji got his arc in Whole Cake Island, we've been expecting other Straw Hats to get their arc in future arcs. Like, we thought that Wano was going to be Zoro's arc, when technically I would have to say it was more Luffy's arc than it was Zoro's. And now Egghead, they're thinking was Frankie's arc, but honestly, I don't think it is. I think Egghead was more so Kuma and Bonnie's arc more than anyone. So yeah, I don't think the Straw Hats are going to get their own individual arcs. I mean, Sanji was probably an important factor. I don't know why. It would be kind of weird that Sanji gets his own arc, but nobody else does. But then again, I mean, Robin kind of got her arc. She got kind of two arcs. She got Water 7 and Ennis Lobby. But, I mean, it was all revolving around around rescuing her. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really think we should stop assuming that each arc is going to be a certain character's arc. I think Oda's doing things a bit different than we are expecting. Which leads me to the topic of Elbaf, because I think everybody is assuming that Elbaf's going to be Usopp's arc, which I think Oda is going. Usopp will probably play an important role in Elbaf. He will probably do something very important then in that arc. But I'm now being a little more shy to claim that Elbaf is going to be Usopp's arc, because the trend seems to be leaning against giving the individual Straw Hats their own full-on arc, being majorly dedicated to them. That's why I'm probably gonna change my I'm just thinking on the go here. Oda does the unexpected? Yeah. Yes, he does. I think Usopp will play a big role, but I'm starting to lean against the idea of it being quote unquote Usopp's arc. So, yeah. It's best to just sit back and enjoy the story sometime. I agree. I definitely agree. Sometimes I think the fandom can get bogged down by unnecessary debates. Power scaling and trying to predict what's going to happen next. Like, just sit back and relax. Just sit back and relax and let Oda tell his story. I mean, you can talk about what he's done so far. You can probably come up with some fun ideas for what he might do from here based on what he's already done, but in the end of the day, you just never know. Oda will either do the simplest, easiest thing, or he's gonna do something unexpected. You just never know when or which one he's going to do. Like, yeah. Okay, I don't know if you guys heard this when I mentioned it earlier, but I did mention that that Saturn's okay, I'm just gonna call it his livid form, livid Saturn. Like, he looking really cartoony and flexible, like a cartoon villain from what was that game, Cuphead? Like, he's really looking like a Cuphead villain here. Saturn's really looking Cuphead villain. Especially those eyes. It's definitely the eyes that do it. The eyes are definitely the eyes and the wiggly legs. The eyes and the wiggly legs are really doing it. I am really excited to see how Luffy's gonna fight this. like Saturn can regenerate and any attacks that Luffy does against him, but I am really curious how this is gonna go down. Oh, there is something else I wanted to talk about, referring to like Saturn. Like, everybody like before this chapter, everybody was kind of upset that Saturn wasn't really showing up, that he really wasn't showing off any real offensive abilities, which I think this panel automatically diffuses that situation. I've been thinking Saturn is a demon or possessed by a demon and let it take over, like he just doesn't have a devil fruit at all. Maybe. I don't know about that. I don't really want to make a prediction on that. But I do want to say that, that in essence, the Gorosei have all represented control. Represented the world government's control. And each individual Gorosei are emphasis on the control the world government has over a certain area of governance. Like, for Saturn, he's the warrior god of science. And this entire arc is about science, about him losing control of the science of the world. The science and knowledge that the world accumulates. You can see everything. Basically, the whole thing of Egghead collapsing is actually a metaphor, I think is a metaphor symbolic of Saturn, of the buildings of science that Saturn has built over these 800 years, or however long he's been a Gorosei. Basically, the whole pillars of science and knowledge that were under his control is falling apart. All this destruction is not Vegapunk's knowledge being destroyed. It's not Vegapunk's knowledge being destroyed. It's rather Saturn's control over science being destroyed. So his control over science is being destroyed and being dismantled before his very eyes. Everything he is losing control over. And this has finally started to make him snap. Everything that has happened so far has been one middle finger after another. Basically, everything's been falling apart. His control over everything in the field of science is falling apart. And now, he has nothing left. He has nothing left but his blind rage. Right here. This is all he has left. He used manipulation, he used bribery, manipulation, he used all of these things, he used all these underhanded, subtle tactics to control everything revolving science. But everything has become broken apart, he's lost control over. And now he has nothing left but his own physical rage and violence. The summoning circle has thrown me for a loop, but if you think about it, most people believe magic is actually very advanced science. That is a possibility, yes. Not really sure exactly how it all works, but how his powers exactly work, but this is really crazy. But yeah, I think in future arcs, when we're gonna see, we may even see other Gorosei decide to come down and intervene in certain situations. And when we see these other Gorosei, we're gonna see other areas of the world that they are expertise and have control over fall apart. Like Venus Juro, he's the warrior god of finance, I believe. Like, we're gonna see something involving money. Something involving money will collapse. And he will lose control over. Something revolving money. That actually makes me want to see Nami take on Venus Juro, because Venus Juro is the warrior god of finance, and Nami's the money girl. I would love to see, even though it seems like people are pairing Zoro against Venus Juro simply because Venus Juro has a sword, but I would actually like to see Nami take him on. Oh, that's wishful thinking. I don't think Nami is nearly strong enough to deal with a Gorosei yet. It would be crazy if she could, but that would be funny if that was the matchup. But yeah, you have all these other warrior gods of different areas with Nami stealing from him would be great though. Yes, definitely. Nami should definitely steal from him. Yeah. But yeah, all the 5 Gorosei, like, I think one by one we're gonna see the different areas of the world government's control on the world fall apart, fall to the ground. And we're seeing in this arc, science. The control of science is falling apart. And the biggest shot against their control over science is about to happen next chapter. That's what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing science completely free from the world government's control. And this is going to set everything off. This is going to set off a world revolution. Yeah, this is crazy. It really feels like, it really does feel like everything is unraveling. As Jafar from Disney's Aladdin said, things are unraveling fast now. We're gonna be seeing an unraveling like we've never seen before. And I think what was I don't know. There was something, I don't remember what Oda's Jump Festa thing was. I think Luffy was gonna engage a certain person or something. Or was it there was gonna like be a fight, one big fight coming up? I don't think it's with Luffy and Saturn. I don't think that's what it's gonna be. But some were saying like, I think some were saying like it was Luffy or Blackbeard or Luffy and Shanks. I don't really know exactly what it is, but I am very curious to see what this is all leading. Like this revelation of this truth of the world that Vegapunk's about to announce, about to tell us. This is going to be so big. And the fact that the Straw Hats are probably going to be going to Elbaf, Warland, which is called Warland, right after, the war's starting. I think the war is going to start when Luffy is in Elbaf. The Elbaf arc starts the final war. I'm calling it now. This egghead incident wakes people up to what's really going on with the world. And then the war begins. The war begins in the Elbaf arc. The final war begins in the Elbaf arc. I think that's what's going to happen. The Throne Wars begins. Because we already see Blackbeard... We already see, like, Blackbeard... Blackbeard is gathering things. He's planning. He's planning to become king of the world. They have already declared that to Saturn. They already declared that to Saturn, which basically means Blackbeard is aiming for the throne. But he's also collecting the poneglyphs too, which I don't know how exactly the poneglyphs and looking for the One Piece is going to tie into Blackbeard's desire to becoming king of the world. I don't know exactly how that's going to tie in, unless Blackbeard knows what the One Piece is. That would be crazy. But this... I feel like the pieces are getting really close. Very close to coming together. To me, to get a coherent thought process of what's going to happen. Hope the entire world hears the truth and turns against the world government. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if everybody is going to turn yet, but I feel like many are going to turn. Like we already have, like because of the what triggered the? I forgot what triggered the 8 nations to... Yeah, the Revolutionary Army basically helped 8 nations to rebel against the world government, to defy the world government, and throw down their kings. But then it was, like, reduced to, like, 7 because of the Lucia or something. But, like, we thought that if that was something, how many nations are gonna rebel after this? How many nations are gonna start rebelling after this? This is an incident that I don't think the world government's gonna recover from. But it's crazy. Like, this is basically painting a picture that the world government is gonna be collapsing. Is collapsing in the near future. The world government's gonna collapse. But we'll also be seeing Blackbeard rise up and attempt to seize the throne. He's going to attempt to seize the throne. So we've got two... Oh, no. So we probably got several different revolutions going on at the same time. We have Luffy and his allies, basically. We have Blackbeard and his efforts to take the throne. We don't know where exactly Cross Guild's going to fit in all of this. But it's safe to say that with the help of Cross Guild, that's going to put even further damage to the world government. Because not only do we have this incident, oh my gosh, I just thought of it. Not only do we have Cross Guild putting out bounties for Navy officers, for people of the Navy, and possibly the world government, but this incident could actually benefit Cross Guild. This incident could benefit Cross Guild because if the world learns the truth, they're going to go after the Navy and the world government even more than they already are. Civilians are going to lunge at the Navy and the world government. And that will only make Cross Guild richer. That's going to make Cross Guild prosper more and more. This is gonna be nuts. Like, there's so many One Pieces at this point where one major thing has to happen. And the dominoes all fall. The dominoes all fall. Like, we're looking at, like, probably, like, 3 or 4 different lines of dominoes. And one domino is enough to send a domino effect on multiple lines of dominoes at once. And I think learning the truth of the world, that is going to send off so many domino effects across the world. All at once. This is... I don't know. This is going to be there's gonna be so much there's so much implication, so much consequences from doing this. The world will not be the same. The push for change is going to be even stronger with whatever Vegapunk tells the world. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Well, I thank you guys for checking out the stream. I gotta head out and do some stuff here, but glad you guys could show up to the stream. Thank you, Modius. Thank you, 3-Day Trip. Thank you, Panda Man. I appreciate you guys for coming here, and I'll see you guys all next time. Until then, I will be doing an art stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be trying to draw some emotes. I'm not very good at drawing yet, but I'm gonna be making an effort. I've been trying to do basically an art stream a week. I probably should increase that, but it would be nice to make some emotes for the next stream. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Until next time, this is Rise Lucas signing out.